Hello everybody and welcome to week 3 presentation on creating a volcano-like effect using baking soda. I used the white distilled vinegar and just an empty water bottle and a paper towel. Now this experiment it was a relatively quick one, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the experiment and then we'll go over the results. So right now all I'm doing is putting the baking soda onto a piece of a paper towel and kind of folding it up so it will fit into the water bottle. Now, sorry, you have to get it kind of thin to get it in there. And I did actually kind of spill a little bit, which kind of messed with, hopefully did not mess with the results at all, but we'll see. All right, and now I'm just pouring the distilled vinegar in there, the white distilled vinegar, and then we can kind of see a reaction taking place. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks like that it's bubbling up, and it would have boiled over if I probably would have kept pouring or if it was a shorter water bottle, but for the purposes of this experiment and keeping my house clean, I did not do that. And looking at it, that was the end of the experiment. So what actually happened? So vinegar and the hydrogen ions in the vinegar reacted with the sodium bicarbonate, which is the baking soda. Now, reacting with these two created a carbonic acid and a sodium acetate. So we had a strong acid and a base, and when they reacted together, they ended up creating a decomposition reaction. Now, a decomposition reaction is a compound that essentially just breaks down into one or two or more simpler substances. So in this case, it was the carbonic acid and the sodium acetate. So those two, along with the other kind of stuff that was going on, that was essentially carbon dioxide, which explains why there were bubbles in the gas. And the only thing that I can think of that would relatively be, that would end up giving me false results is possibly there might have been more water into the water bottle that could essentially weaken the acid at some point, because water is essentially a neutral base and acid with a pH level of 7. That could have messed with the results a little bit, giving it the carbon dioxide bubbling to essentially not boil over, kind of in that volcano-like essence. Or the only other thing I can think of is putting too little of the baking soda in there that might have only essentially formed a tiny reaction that might not even have been visible to the naked eye. Those two possibilities could have messed with the results quite a bit. They could have essentially messed with my results a little bit, because as you can see from the video, although I did get a pretty strong reaction with the carbon dioxide gas bubbling up, and it kind of looked like there was water boiling in the water bottle, it didn't have this, I guess, grand volcano effect where it would boil over, kind of like you would see with the Mentos. A lot of the videos that people do with the Mentos and the Cokes, where it gets a pretty grand reaction of just completely spilling over. And that is the simple breakdown of this experiment. The hydrogen ions in the vinegar reacted with the sodium bicarbonate in the baking soda, essentially creating a decomposition reaction and creating carbon dioxide, carbonic acid, and sodium acetate. And I appreciate you all for watching this video, and I will see you next week for the week 4 presentation. Thank you.